If you wouldn't ignore a broken bone, why would you ignore a brain injury? People shrug off concussions like they're no big deal. But here's the truth. A concussion is a brain injury. And if you gamble with brain health, you could lose big. So let's break down why taking concussions seriously is non-negotiable. Number one, a concussion is a brain injury, not just a bump on the head. So picture this. Your brain is soft like jello. Your skull, it's hard like a helmet. Now imagine that piece of jello stretching and deforming inside of your helmet. That's what happens in a concussion. And here's the impact that it does. Number one, chemical imbalances that mess with your memory and your focus. Inflammation that slows down brain function. Cell damage that makes your brain more vulnerable. And guess what? Concussions don't show up on standard MRIs. So just because your scan is clear doesn't mean your brain is fine. Number two, the risks of repeat concussions are huge. One concussion is bad. Two, way worse. If your brain isn't fully healed before the next hit, you risk secondary impact syndrome, which can be fatal. And repeated concussions increase the risk of permanent memory issues, chronic headaches and dizziness, mood swings, anxiety, and depression, so mental dispositions, and chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or what you would know as CTE. This isn't just something that happens to retired football players. It's been around for years, and we see it in teen athletes, military veterans, and anyone with repeated head trauma. Number three, ignoring symptoms can lead to bigger problems. Think you can just walk it off after a concussion? Bad idea. Pushing through symptoms leads to longer recovery times, worsening symptoms, increased risk of long-term brain damage. Studies show that starting concussion treatment within the first week can cut recovery time in half. So if you're dealing with lingering symptoms, do not ignore them. 4, most people get bad recovery advice. So for years, people were told, just rest in a dark room. Avoid all screens. You'll be fine in a few days. Those are all wrong. We now know that total rest actually slows recovery. Here's what actually helps. Light movement and activity, so not just sitting in a dark room. Vision, balance, and cognitive therapy. Proper hydration, sleep, and nutrition. So bad advice equals longer recovery. A real recovery plan equals getting back to normal faster. 5, you don't have to figure this out alone. Trying to recover without a plan, it's a gamble you don't want to take. There are proven concussion recovery programs that ensure you heal safely. That's why we created the Concussion Comeback Program. It's a step-by-step system to heal properly and avoid long-term damage. We provide a proven recovery plan. You have expert-backed rehab strategies. You also have ongoing support so you don't get stuck. So don't risk it. Get the right help today. To find out more, click the link in the description. All right, so up next, if you're an athlete, your concussion recovery program needs to look different. If you think athletes should recover the same way as everyone else, you need to see this. So hit subscribe and turn on the notifications. Also, comment below, what's the worst concussion advice you've ever heard? I'd love to hear it. Hey, I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.